We've traveled to Lansing to hear what Governor Snyder wants to do about bringing the cost of state government down. Today, the governor traveled to Grand Rapids to tell us what he expects local governments to do to be more efficient. You saw it live on woodtv.com. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey is live right now outside City Hall with how we could all be affected by this. Joe?
Yeah, first of all, Susie, Tony had talked about some of the complaints at the news conference he was just at about cuts in state funding for things like schools, and obviously they felt cuts here at City Hall too in the police and fire area. The governor told local city leaders today that one way to get back at least a portion of some of those funds may be through consolidation in the future. That building inspector that shows up at your project or that fire truck that shows up at your house may be part of a more regional effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the governor of Michigan, Rick Snyder.
And Governor Snyder said the first in a series of special messages on policy would be all about local government reforms. Mayor George Hartwell invited him to Grand Rapids, and the governor accepted.
Well, thank you, George. I really appreciate that. It's great to be with you, Mayor, and the City Council. And
the governor's using a carrot and stick approach to convincing local governments his way is the future. His 2011-2012 budget cuts the portion of revenue sharing controlled by the legislature. Cuts to so-called statutory revenue sharing will cost the city of Grand Rapids $6.4 million. Kalamazoo will have to make up $3.5 million. Muskegon lost $1.3 million, and Holland stands to lose $400,000. Snyder is proposing an alternative. The Economic Vitality Incentive Program replaces statutory revenue sharing while encouraging cooperation, best practices, and other cost control measures. The governor wants local budgets to be more transparent, calling for a citizen's guide to community finances. Rank and file would also have to agree to pay at least 20% of their health care costs and go to a defined benefit plan for retirement. And he wants communities to consolidate services.
And the goal here isn't to punish people. It's to reward success and to create a new culture encouraging best practice.
Now think of the governor's requirements as a pie cut into 3 pieces. You've got accountability and transparency, consolidated service plans, and a plan to control employee wages and benefits. Now your community's portion of the state funding for this, we'll call it dessert, depends on which of those requirements your town meets. Could be 1 piece, could be 2 pieces, could be the whole pie, could be nothing. But the total pie is smaller by about $100 million than the old formula. Kentwood Mayor Richard Root says his city has already written off revenue sharing. Anything Kentwood gets under the governor's proposal incentive is extra, if there is anything left.
But hearing the governor, $119 million going to Detroit, my math tells me that's $81 million to spread statewide. That's not a lot of money.
We have a full text of the mayor's proposal, of the governor's proposal, I should say, at woodtv.com. Live at City Hall, Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.